John Kerry and John McCain have introduced what they call a online privacy bill of rights that most privacy groups oppose on the ground that it provides very lukewarm protections, if any, and at best enshrines the practices that are in effect today. It requires internet companies to take security measures that are, quote, proportional to the size, type, and nature of the information collected, but does not enable the FTC, which is the agency that will be responsible for enforcing the act, to require any specific measure. It requires the Federal Trade Commission to set up rules for what the internet websites have to do to notify internet users about what types of information they're collecting. And it requires them to provide some kind of mechanism for them to opt out of data collection, which is pretty much what we have in place today. It does not provide for the type of do not track system that has been enacted for telephone solicitations and that most privacy groups think should be applicable to the internet tracking as well. It provides for civil damages, but the amount is so small as to be acceptable as a cost of doing business for most of these internet giants. It caps damages at $3 million for any particular series of violations. And and then perhaps most egregiously, it prevents anybody from bringing a lawsuit in their individual capacity. It preempts all state law claims, which is really inappropriate, I think, in when it comes to protecting something as personal as privacy rights. And it's also inappropriate because the bill itself, which is preempting the field, offers so little in the way of protections. The bill also preempts all state laws, any laws that the legislature might enact. So it really is placing a ceiling on what is going to be required of the internet companies as opposed to a floor, meaning that if this bill were enacted, no state could put into effect regulations that are more protective of consumers than what is provided for in this bill. And that really ties everybody's hands. Rockefeller has introduced a bill that many people think will be considered in tandem with the so-called Privacy Bill of Rights that would provide for a do not track mechanism. And as I said, these are both in the very early stages of development. Both of these bills are coming out of the Senate Commerce Committee. And oddly, while they're introducing these bills, it's the Senate Judiciary Subcommittee on Privacy that is holding all of the hearings on privacy and compelling the testimony of the Facebook and Google CEOs. So I think that we can probably expect to see additional legislation being introduced out of the Senate Judiciary Committee. And all of these will have to be reconciled, and I think that this is going to take a good amount of time before anything really gets done.